Hello there everybody, this is Ira and I am here with another new indie game. This one is brand new. In fact, as I'm recording this, it's not even out yet, but it should be out today according to the developer who I talked to. So, here's a video on it. This is another minimalistic puzzle game. It's by Studio Goya, who are the same studio that made Hex and Hex 2. I did a video on Hex 2 as well, if you want to check that out. And they seem to have a knack for these sort of unique and new and surprisingly challenging types of puzzles that have this very minimalistic style and are like very simple to understand the rules, but the puzzles are actually super tricky. One thing that I tend to not be fully satisfied with in these games is the options. However, if you take a look, if you just click this circle, we've got full control over the music and sound, right? So we can turn the sound effect down or off, we can turn the music down or off independently of each other. And then in this little one right here, there's a colorblind mode, which adds textures. We can change the resolution, and we can change whether it's full screen or window. So if I put this colorblind mode on, you can see it puts little symbols on each of the things so that you can tell, even if you're completely colorblind, you can tell which things are which. So that's actually perfect. Like, great. I can't think of any other options that I would want on here. And I think it's really cool how they're able to express very clearly what everything does without language, without text. It makes it much more universally accessible. So, this is the first puzzle in the game. And as you can see from the little bar here, I've gotten this far. I spent a little time playing and I got this far. This game is tough, you guys, and I'm good at puzzles and I like puzzles, but this one is really challenging. So I spent a little bit of time. I'm not like stuck or anything, but I was like, all right, this is getting too hard for me. So I'm gonna stop there and make my video so that I can show all these people this lovely game. And you know, I mentioned communicating without text, without language. Now, in a lot of types of games, it's absolutely necessary to communicate stuff with text, to give a verbal explanation of how things work, and that's fine. But in a game like this, where it's possible to teach people how to play the game and understand what's expected of them without the need for text, I just think that's super cool. I think it's great, and I think like it's lovely when a game can be so universal. So like, no matter what language you speak, it doesn't matter. You can just open this and play it without any need for translation or anything. So in level 1, we are given this little strip of white with these 3 dots on it. These 2 are red and this one is blue. And we've got circle, circle, diamond. Obviously I'm going to leave the colorblind mode on in case any of my viewers are colorblind, so you can follow along. And what can you do? Well, you can click around. Oh, click that. Click and drag. Okay, so you can drag to other things. Now, if you've bought the game, you probably already know that the goal of the game is to get everything to be the same color. That's it. That's your only goal. There's not one color that it has to be, just that they all have to be the same color. So we've got 2 reds and 1 blue. If I do that, no, that doesn't work. How about if I just go all the way across? Ta-da! There we go. All right, so now we've learned that if we go from between 2 dots of the same color, across one of a different color, we already know we can do that. Oh no, but there's 2 dots here, so obviously we try it out, and yes, we can go across multiple dots. Cool. Alright, well that's easy. Let's take a look at this one. How about, well, we'll just go like, oh, we can't do that. We can't do that. We can do this. Yeah? We can do this. Sweet. We can do that. But we can't turn corners. Nope, nope. And, alright, let's get all these red. Ah, we can't turn corners, and we can't go over more than 1 color. So there can only be, we can go across the multiple dots in the middle, but they have to be the same color. So we're learning the rules as we go here, right? So like here, for example, we can't do this. Can't do this because there's 2 different colors in between, but if we can turn these all the same color, now we can change them all. So you see, as you go step by step, you just kind of automatically, naturally figure out the rules of the game. And then it gets more and more complicated as you go, right? So, go like that, and then make this one purple, make these ones purple, and then that. Okay? This very quickly gets very complicated. So like when you at first glance here, it's not obvious what you need to do, right? Now, I've solved this one already, and even I'm kind of like, was it? Yeah, okay, it was like this. All right, now we're still in the first few levels, remember. Pretty soon here, we'll get introduced to a new mechanic. Not in this one. Let's go ahead. I don't want to solve all the puzzles for you folks. Let's jump forward to when it gives us the next mechanic. Okay, so here's a mechanic that we haven't seen yet. There's a blank space here. And all that this level is telling us is that we can go across gaps like that. Okay? New rule learned, no problem. But then, of course, it'll give you a much more difficult level for that as you go. But I want to get to the next type of piece, because it's not all about these circles. Here we go. We've also got these squares. Now you remember, we learned early on that we can't turn corners. But in this case, literally the only way we can get these all the same color is to turn a corner. So that shows us that when the piece is square, we can use it to turn corners. So things just got a lot more complicated, right, folks? Again, I don't want to spoil. I'm just going to jump ahead to, say, 22. All right? And you can see how much more complicated things get. And I'm not even sure if I remember how to do this one. I didn't plan this in advance. So for example, we can't turn that one red because it's a circle. So if we want to change direction, we need the square pieces. So could go like that, like that. I'm not sure if I'm doing this the right way, folks. These two need to be the same color in order to be able to do this, right? But we have these pieces in the corners which are blue triangles, and these can't be changed if they're in a corner like that. So that tells us that blue is going to be the color that we need everything to be. The blue triangle is going to be the color we need everything to be. So I've already messed this up, I think. Good news, we can go back. You can go back step by step until you get to where you want to be, which is very handy indeed. So, to get everything blue, we're obviously going to need corner pieces to be blue, right? I should say blue triangle, in case anybody's like, oh, I don't know which one. Blue triangle. So we could do that if we can get these two the same color, right? Well, this one is a square, so that means we can turn corners. We could do this. We could make that one green. But then this one's still blue. Yeah, blue circle and blue triangle. So it's like you can see very quickly, this gets complicated and it gets difficult. I don't remember how I solved this one. I did solve this one. I am past this one. I'll show you guys the last one that I'm on. Oh no, this is the last one that I'm on. So I haven't solved this one yet. All right, let's go back a couple. I'll show you one more of the kind of more complicated ones. And then I'll probably finish up, because as usual, I don't want to spoil the whole game. This kind of game, I think it's enough to get a peek, take a peek at it, and then you can decide what you think of it. You can see, folks, it's a challenging game. Like, you really do have to think in a new way. It's good for stretching your brain out and solving the puzzles. And if you want more of these puzzles, there's a whole bunch. There are more mechanics that get introduced later. You can see them in the trailer video for the game, if you check it out on its Steam page. And if you like this one, you can pick it up on Steam. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you very much for watching, as always. And I really appreciate you guys coming and taking a look at my videos. And as I always say, you know, if this game isn't your cup of tea, this isn't for you, then don't worry, because I'll be back with another game, a different game, very soon, probably next week. That's when I usually do them. And that one might turn out to be your very favorite game. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!